Today we will get Pittsburg State's response to student concerns about the Kels College of Business moving downtown.
Changes to ACT's library hours are creating concerns for Pittsburg State students. We will hear the administrator's stance on these changes later.
And students are getting in the Halloween spirit, and campus organizations are hosting more and more fall events. CAPS 13 News starts right now. Good evening, and thanks for joining us. I'm Trinity Haynes.
And I'm Kinsey Blevins. The Kels College of Business is moving to on Broadway, and the students' main questions and concerns are being answered.
CAPS 13 News reporter I got to sit down with the dean of Kels, Dr. Grimes.
The Kels College of Business is on the move to downtown Pittsburgh. Last week, we heard from the international students and their concerns about the move and the challenges they may face because of it. This week, Dr. Grimes, the dean of the Kels College of Business, gets to respond to those questions and answer those concerns and wipe them away.
So they're going to add a second shuttle that will be available. The routes for that shuttle and the times for that shuttle obviously have not been set at this point, but as we get closer and closer to the fall, that will happen, and that's currently being overseen by the Dean of Students, John Bartlow. Right now, we're looking at a shuttle that will definitely be dedicated to taking students down to what is being called the Gorilla Rising project area, which is adjacent to Block 22. Obviously, we already have 100 students living downtown. Once the Best Hotel becomes online with student housing there, that will be another 60 or so students living in that facility. And then, of course, all the students taking classes at the new building for Kels is only a block away from the Best. And during our peak times, we'll have as many as 300 students taking class in that building. It's only a mile from our current location where we are right now. It's out believe it or not, it's about the same distance between here in the College of Technology and the Recreation Center as if you were to walk from the current Kels building out to the Rec Center. It would take you about the same amount of time and distance if you walk down to the new building from where we're sitting right now today. So there are opportunities, obviously, to walk down the sidewalks of Broadway, to take bicycles, scooters, whatever, but we will also have plenty of parking available down at the new site. There's going to be, believe it or not, 150 parking spots on that block around our new building.
State's NPR affiliate station KRPS recently made its move from Shirk Hall into the Bicknell Family Center for the Arts. Reporting for CAPS 13, Luke Gear has the story.
Federal funding cuts are hitting public broadcasting stations across the country, and local NPR affiliate KRPS is feeling the effects. In response, the station is turning to its listeners for help. KRPS, which serves the 4 states region of Kansas, Missouri, Oklahoma, and Arkansas, is among many public radio stations impacted by reductions in federal support for NPR and PBS. Throughout October, KRPS is holding a listener fundraiser to help maintain programming, equipment, and community outreach. Station leaders say these donations are critical for keeping public radio thriving in the region. In addition to their fundraising efforts, KRPS recently made a big move, relocating from Shirk Hall, their home for 36 years on Pittsburg State University's campus, to a new space inside the Bicknell Family Center for the Arts. To donate to KRPS or become a sustainable member, visit www.psufoundation.givingfuel.com. Reporting for CAPS 13 News, I'm Luke Gear.
The City of Pittsburgh will now recognize October as Domestic Violence Awareness Month, becoming the first of many area cities to do so. I had a chance to learn more about the importance of this dedication. Many people may know October to be Domestic Violence Awareness Month, but now with an official proclamation, the City of Pittsburgh, Kansas will observe October from now moving forwards as a month to raise awareness about a problem so prevalent in many communities. The effort to get Domestic Violence Awareness Month officially recognized was made by the Safe House Crisis Center located in Pittsburgh. Alyssa Hess, the Prevention and Education Specialist for Safe House, gives us an insight into the effort and why it's so important to raise awareness for serious topics like this.
And so even though we do have a 7-county reach, having the authority figures out of the actual city of Pittsburgh recognize the work that we do, but also the importance of awareness to an otherwise taboo subject is incredibly essential to helping spread awareness and prevention.
But domestic violence awareness does not start and stop in October. Safe House will continue to hold events not only through this month, but will continue to hold them to raise funds and awareness for their cause throughout the rest of the year.
We've already completed our annual t-shirt fundraiser, which all of that money goes directly back into supporting local clients through Safe House Crisis Center. October 16th is National Wear Purple Day, or Purple Thursday. And so that's like a really easy way for people to, start a conversation in the community. Like, why is everybody wearing so much purple? October 24th, we are having our first ever Rise Up for Survivors event. It's going to be kind of like a sunrise service where we'll have it out in the parking lot of our admin building. Coffee and refreshments will be provided, and it'll just be a really nice start to the morning, starting your day with strength, and coming together as a community to recognize the victims and survivors of domestic violence, whether you are one or whether you know somebody who is, and just coming together to support those.
For CAPS 13 News, I'm Trinity Haynes.
Pittsburg State University students came together this week to celebrate culture, friendship, and fun at the Pitt Pow Fall Fiesta. CAPS 13 reporter Brayton Lind has the story.
The annual Pitt Pal Fiesta was held at the Guerrilla Village, bringing together students from all over the world. Hosted by Pitt Pals, the event celebrated different cultures through food, games, and music. Students had the chance to connect with friends, meet new people, and share traditions from their home countries.
We've been to the lake, we've been to football games, we've been shopping, we've been back to my hometown in Carthage. We've done a lot of things together already, and I wasn't expecting to have such a beautiful friendship with her. And I'm definitely planning on going to see her in South Korea.
Pitt Pals works to build friendships between international and American students through events like this one. Many say the Fall Fiesta is one of their favorite traditions on campus.
We hung out so much, and she invited me to her family. And I really liked it because I really like her family, and they're really welcoming for me.
Students enjoyed time outside with pumpkins, food, and games while learning about different cultures. The event brought together people from around the world in a fun and relaxed way.
I really like this program, and I'm glad I can be part of the program because I could meet my people, Abby, and I could experience like so special culture.
The Fall Fiesta continues to grow each year, bringing new students into the Pitt Pal community. Organizers hope this event will just keep building connections across campus.
I connect with so many different people. It doesn't matter their background, doesn't matter their race, doesn't matter their culture. I connect with so many people on so many different levels just because I'm such a people person and I want to be friends with as many people as I can.
At Pittsburg State University, celebrating culture isn't just an event, it's a tradition. Reporting for CAPS 13, I'm Brayton Lind.
After the break, we have more information on changes being made to Axe Library's hours.
We're back to that time of the year where we're sneezing, coughing, and spreading germs. Did you know that when you cough into the air, you can spread germs up to 6 feet away from you? No one wants to get sick, so let's take the proper precautions. Make sure that we're covering our cough or sneeze securely with our elbow, and that we're washing our hands on a regular basis. Don't be the reason that others get sick. Wash those hands and cover that cough.
Energy drinks feel like the answer. But too much caffeine leads to jitters, anxiety, and the crash. Real energy comes from balance, hydration, rest, and healthy habits.
Don't crash. Choose balance.
Pittsburg State University students are reacting to a recent change in the ACT's library hours. The library will now close 2 hours earlier than before, and some students aren't happy about it. Reporter David Sheets has the story. We're back to that time of
On October 13th, the ACT's library shortened its hours, moving from a 1 a.m. closing time to 11 p.m. University officials say the change was made due to a lack of students using the library late at night, along with inappropriate computer usage by some non-student community members. After hearing about the change, student Luke Battagler decided to take action. The sophomore in biology started a petition to have the hours changed back to their original schedule.
Yeah, so I was pretty upset whenever I first heard about it. This is a space where I use a lot. I'm pretty much here all the time, so it was pretty upsetting to hear that I was going to have less time to be able to spend here. So, as soon as I found out about it, I went and started the petition. So, heard about it in class, came to the library, asked some questions to them here, then went straight to SGA. But it was really just, I wanted the change. I know I really use this space. I know a lot of students use this space. It's a great resource. At the time, I felt like we were just taking resources away from students. So,
the petition quickly gained traction, reaching over 350 student signatures. Battagler says the response showed just how many students rely on the library's late-night hours.
I was like, well, I mean, quite a few people use the library, but not a ton. And then, as it went on, more and more people would kind of come up and, talk to me about it, ask me about it, hey, can I sign your petition? And, I had never met these people before. I'm like, heck yeah, please do.
New Pittsburg State President Dr. Thomas Newsom says he's aware of student concerns and is exploring alternative options. One idea being considered is keeping a section of the library open 24 hours a day with extra security and cameras monitoring. Newsom says the plan is still in early development but could provide a balance between safety and access. The university has yet to announce a timeline for any further changes. For now, the ACT's library will continue to close at 11 p.m. For Caps 13 News, I'm David Sheets.
The Guerrilla Activities Board is a big piece of creating a great student life on campus. The Guerrilla Activities Board plans fun events, activities, and guests for students to enjoy, and they are always looking for new members. They provide their members with a great experience and a great resume piece as well.
I think that people don't really see the behind the scenes of planning each event, contacting people, reaching out to vendors, signing contracts, having all of our meetings. We have exec meetings every week. We have general meetings every other week. A lot of people just come to our events and see what happens there.
And then why should someone join GAB?
I think it's really fun, and it's a great way to be a part of the community. It's a great way to meet new people and branch out and just get involved on campus. And I think it's really cool to be involved in the planning process of events.
What's been your favorite part of being a member of GAB?
Definitely watching the student body come to our events and enjoy what we put on and what we've worked hard to plan.
The start of the fall season has begun, and Pittsburg State University Student Government Association has kicked off their fall service projects. Last Sunday was one of the many cleanup days for Pitt State's Fall into Service event. Caps 13 reporter Avery Chambers has the story.
On Sunday, students gathered at Home Depot to clean up trash around the business. Students from any organization or just wanting to participate were welcome to come help. This was a great way to connect with the community and get outside and enjoy the nice weather.
This is the Fall into Service month-long community service event, and we're doing numerous events throughout this month, a lot of them being community cleanups like we're doing out here, and they are actually really easy to plan because it's public property and you just go on and clean, which is really nice.
Students and organizations are able to earn points for Fall into Service events. All they have to do is check in with the coordinator of the event in the core cap, and they will get points for volunteering their time.
It's a super fun way to get involved. All the different organizations compete, so it really does just add some competition in there. Yeah, it's just a lot of fun, and it's super nice to just give back to the community.
So keep an eye on the core cap for upcoming volunteer events. With Caps 13 News, I'm Ava Chambers.
Pitt State Students for Sustainability held a campus-wide cleanup last Sunday with Pitt State students coming together to rid the campus of trash. The event was a success. Sustainability has already had many trash cleanups this school year, both on and off campus. And with so much time left in the school year, they don't plan on stopping their efforts anytime soon.
Yeah, so essentially, you know, as an organization, we're all about being sustainable and clean and keeping campus really all together, looking pretty and nice. So we went down Broadway here, and we're just kind of picking up any recyclables, any trash. Essentially just making Pitt State not only look better, but feel better, and just making sure people are aware that, hey, you do leave trash everywhere, and just representing that by showing these trash bags of trash and recyclables really just make Pitt State and the earth better.
For more information on how you can volunteer for a cleanup, visit Gorilla Engage and search Students for Sustainability.
Coming up, we have a story about the importance of campus activities for students and organizations. That and more is next after the break.
Here we see the humble event attendee. Nothing out of the ordinary. Until we take a closer look. This attendee isn't being safe.
Safe?
Yeah, safe.
How do I stay safe?
SAFE. You can stay safe by staying alert, always watching your drink, finding a friend, and having an exit plan.
I think I need a ride home. Can you help me?
Of course, I'll take you anytime.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Whether it's day or night, staying safe on campus starts with a few simple steps. Keep your phone charged. In case of an emergency, you can always phone a trusted friend or family member, but a dead battery can't call for help. Walk with a friend when heading out after dark. There's safety in numbers, and most importantly, stay alert. Keep your eyes up, headphones down, and trust your gut. Your safety is your power, so use it smart.
Campus activities are an important part of a student's life here at PSU. CAPS 13 reporter Jude Nacarado has the story on why these activities are so important.
Throughout campus, there are a lot of opportunities to participate in on-campus activities. Events on campus are typically put on by the SGA, such as tailgating and pieing for puppies, as well as fraternities, and are an important part of Pitt State community. Assistant Director for Campus Activities Bailey Talkington states that these activities are important for students because it gets them involved and builds connection.
Campus activities in general enriches the experience of a student, right? They're here for academic purposes, for learning, going to class, getting a degree, all of those really great things, learning job skills. But being involved on campus, having an opportunity to build connections with other students, with peers, that really builds memories, right? It builds connection. It makes people feel like they belong here at Pitt State. And students who feel like they belong, students who feel more connected are more likely to stay. They're more likely to graduate. And it's really important time of your life.
On the other hand, Director of Campus Engagement for SGA, Jacob Steves, states that campus activities are important because they help inform people about the issues that these campus activities are trying to help.
I think it's good for a couple reasons. I think it's good as a student to be involved and, meet the other students here on campus and, start to build a community here at Pittsburg State. But on the other hand, I think it's really good because a lot of these opportunities are service related, and it's always good to be engaged with your community and help raise awareness for things a lot of people might not know about. And I think it really just comes down to building a community here on campus and making this campus like a place where people feel safe and they feel welcome.
I'm Jude Nacarado for CAPS 13 News.
Pittsburg State students will have a chance to get creative at night in the Ceramic Studio. On October 15th from 6 to 9 p.m., the Ceramic Studio in Porter Hall, room 106, was open for all students. The event offered a relaxed space to try something new or continue work on projects outside of class time.
Even my students here in the ceramic class, about 80 or the 90 to 95%, they are not art major students, non-major of the art. So for me, it's for open up the studio is the same thing like I'm teaching for the ceramic studio people.
Kiefer says the Open Studio welcomes students of all majors and skill levels who want to experience hands-on art after hours. The Pittsburg State University's theater department was ready to open the curtain on its first production of the season. The Little Prince Play, directed by Dr. Megan Westoff, was available to see Thursday through Sunday with 2 performances on Saturday. I had a chance to get a sneak peek of the performance.
Students from across Pitt State's campus came together to put the finishing details on the theater department's first show of the season, The Little Prince. After rehearsing for 7 weeks, the tech crew joined the actors for their last week of rehearsal before the performances.
It's fun to get to be around other people and you all have like a shared goal, and it's fun to just get ready for the show all together every time you are about to perform.
The story takes you from the African desert across multiple different planets, where you learn important life lessons from very strange people.
I think people should watch this show because I feel like it's so good for kids to come and see it, but then also adults, because a big theme of it is like imagination and not losing that. And so I think the story serves for every age group.
The show is free to students with a PSU ID, $18 for the general public, and $13 for kids 17 and under, or adults 65 and older. You can buy these tickets through the PSU ticketing office located in the Weed or at the door 30 minutes before curtain call.
Pittsburg State's Jazz Ensemble held its first concert of the year at the Bicknell Family Center for the Arts this past week. The concert was directed by Dr. Todd Hastings and had a featured performance by the local jazz group, the Little Green Men. The concert was free and open to the public and students. A tribute was included in the concert to check Mangione and Stan Kenton and others' favorite jazz standards. The next Jazz Ensemble concert will be held Wednesday, November 19th, with the District Honor Jazz Band at the Bicknell.
Baseball played nearly 100 years ago came to life with a presentation at Pittsburg State. More on that story after the break.
If you are walking alone on campus, be aware of your surroundings and stay alert. You never know when something can go wrong. Walk with a buddy or let someone know that you are going out, so if there is an emergency, someone is with you or someone knows that you have been gone for too long. Pittsburg State University has on-campus emergency phones, so if you feel unsafe while on a walk, just find one of these phones and campus police will be dispatched to your location. For more information on campus safety, visit the Pittsburg State University website.
League baseball came to life last week at Pittsburg State University. The annual Deggerson Lecture was held in the basement of Axe Library featuring baseball historian Phil S. Dixon. His presentation, The Kansas City Monarchs and America's National Pastime, explored the story of Negro League baseball in Kansas and its connection to PSU alum George Sweat. Dixon highlighted the challenges black athletes faced during that time and how their dedication helped the shape of the game of baseball. The Monarchs and Sweat were among the teams and players who traveled across Kansas, playing hundreds of games between 1920 and 1957.
And the interesting thing, he played basketball here, he ran track here, played football here, but he never played baseball. And so he would have been awfully good on helping out the college team if he had played. So never played baseball in Pittsburgh or Emporia.
The Pittsburg State's men's basketball team are making their final preparations for the upcoming season. With the season just 5 days away, the anticipation is starting to build in the John Lance Arena. Our reporter, Titus Conrad, sat down with the head coach, Jeff Boschee, and senior center, Tana Prichter, to discuss the roster overhaul and the expectations for the season.
This basketball season, fans will have to learn a handful of new names on the roster, as the Gorillas were busy in the transfer portal this last offseason. The Gorillas will carry an 18-man roster, one of the largest in the program's history. Head coach Jeff Boschee discussed the challenges of getting all the players on the same page before they tip off for real.
This year we have 10 new guys. So, teaching as far as offensively, concept-wise, what we're wanting defensively, concept-wise, and then what we want culturally as far as our standards and the way we do things and how we act, teaching those to 10 new guys. This year we have 18 guys, so trying to get 18 personalities to come together, understanding that everybody's got a different personality, but trying to get them to work together and be a connected team, a team that trusts each other.
Center Tana Prichter spoke on the importance of team chemistry and maintaining it throughout a season.
The more time we hang out together, it helps. You can tell on the court, it builds cohesion, especially just you got your freshmen all hanging out together, your seniors all hanging out together, you got your transfers kind of hanging out together. So the most important part is kind of getting everyone together and kind of getting dudes out of their comfort zones, getting the kind of groups to separate and kind of come into each other. It makes it easier when everyone's hanging out together all the time. And it's also important, when stuff comes up, guys got problems with each other, you got to confront that as a team and kind of work through that.
The Gorillas will open the season on November 1st against West Texas A&M in St. Joseph, Missouri. For Caps 13, I'm Titus Conrad.
As St. Mary's Colgan prepares for their last game before postseason play begins, Colgan will continue to seek for perfection along with staying motivated as they prepare for a postseason run. Colgan has been a force to be reckoned with all season, outscoring their opponents 342-45. Head coach Sean Seamatter says continuing to motivate themselves to push their limits to what they want to achieve will be a point of emphasis.
You look at our scores and the way games have been, and it could be easy to get complacent or think that we don't have any areas that we can improve upon. And so I think just continuing to battle with ourselves and that nature of continuing to push the limit of what's possible.
Colgan will open postseason play on Thursday night. The University of Art Association got students in the Halloween spirit with their ceramics crafts. More on that story after the break.
Don't ignore the obvious signs. There are nearly 1 according to the Federal Railroad Administration statistics, 2,257 highway rail grade crossing collisions happened in 2024. Of those,
264 for crossing fatalities. Train your brain, because this is one race where you stop dead in your tracks.
With Halloween right around the corner, Pittsburg State University students are getting creative. On Thursday evening, students gathered in Porter Hall for a hands-on Halloween craft night. The event was hosted by the University Art Association and was open to all students, no art experience required. Participants were given ceramic figures to paint, which will be turned into magnets they can take home as a souvenir. From pumpkins and ghosts to black cats and spiders, students' designs were as creative as they were festive. For many students, it was a chance to step away from classwork and connect with others who share similar interests.
We decided to paint some Halloween ceramic magnets, and we do this typically every year. We do them as a Halloween art sale on campus, but this year we just decided to make them for ourselves. And prior to tonight, we had to take these molds and press clay into them and then cut them out and leave them to dry. And then when we got here tonight, we just decided to paint them.
The Art Association plans to continue hosting events like this throughout the year to encourage community and creativity among students.
On Tuesday night, the Campus and Community Resource Center held a karaoke night event. The event was open to all Pitt State students and was held in the CCRC office in the lower level of the Overman Student Center. Students queued up songs and sang with their friends, encouraging community and giving them a chance to relax after a busy week of midterms. The CCRC hosts events often with the intent of bringing people together and getting people into the office to show people what their organization is all about.
So we're trying to have just a few different events to just get folks in the office and learn about what we offer. So karaoke night is one that we're doing this month. Last month we did vision board making, which was really fun. Don't exactly know what we're gonna do next month yet, but just kind of one-off fun little events that anyone can come to.
The CCRC and organizations that they advise will be hosting more events in the coming months, such as thrift pop-ups, book discussions, and even a Halloween party.
With Halloween drawing closer and closer, students on campus seem to be getting more in the spooky spirit. One group in particular is taking their love for Halloween and carving pumpkins super seriously. This isn't just any normal pumpkin carving. Instead of using the regular hand tools that accompanies a regular pumpkin carving, assistant professor at the School of Construction, Aaron Jordan, who put the event together at the CTC, had the participants use power tools. Students carved these pumpkins with electric saws and knives, and snacks of chips and soda were provided.
Thank you for joining us. I'm Trinity Haynes.
And I'm Kinsey Blevins. From all of us at CAPS 13, have a great rest of your evening, and we will see you next time.